All right, let's try this again. Hello, Phoenix. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess it's still fucking. What is going on? Yeah, I don't know. I yeah. I I I guess it's fixed. Maybe? Did the stream crash and then it restart? I guess it fixed. I guess me opening the Xfinity app, it decided to fix it. Fucking assholes. It was like, oh shit, don't report a problem. You might want a credit on your bill again. Fucking jackass. Alright, well, someone let me know if it starts acting up again. Can someone do that? Yes, no, maybe so. Hello? Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, back to Am I the Asshole? So we started off with this one. No, we already read this one. Still getting the kids to bed? That sounds fun. So we left off at this one. Am I the asshole for refusing to remove my prosthetic for my boyfriend? Okay, so I initially misread this one and called her the asshole, but after realizing she said my prosthetic, I'm going to go ahead and say she's not, but again, we could change it after reading into it. So I, 19 female, have a below the knee prosthetic as I lost my lower left leg as a child in a car accident. I move well in it, and it in no way hinders my day to day life. I've been seeing a guy, 24 male, for 5 months now, and things are going great for the most part. The one issue I'd say is that he is insistent on me removing my prosthetic around him. We could be hanging out and he suggests I'd be more comfortable with it off, or heading to bed to have sex. He'd suggest that it may be better to remove it. His suggestions have become requests as I kept ignoring the suggestions, and I finally told him I wasn't comfortable with moving my leg around him yet, as I didn't feel we were there. My leg, despite the fact I can move well in it, is a source of trauma for me due to bullying and having had past partners be repulsed once I took it off around them. And I told him as much, but all he took from that is I don't trust him and think he'd be swayed and not like me anymore. I don't take my prosthetic off around anyone except immediate family and very close friends, as without it, my mobility is greatly decreased. I thought since everything else is going so well, he'd understand this, but he is upset and angry, saying this is me not trusting him and thinking he'd do something, which is why I don't want to take it off around him. Starting to feel some pressure here. I like him a lot, and maybe I'm making it into a bigger deal than it has to be. I don't want to upset him, and maybe I'm being unfair. So I'm going to go ahead and say the dude has a fetish. I don't understand it. I don't know. But the guy has some type of fetish, especially if he's recommending you take it off for sex. There's something there that he's not telling you. I do not think she is the asshole. It is her being a person with a disability. I would say she is 100% not the asshole, and that he needs to be more understanding. And especially since they've only been together for 5 months. Bro, you're acting like this is 5 years. Like, my prosthetic around my boyfriend multiple times is I don't feel we're there yet or fully comfortable with it due to personal trauma. I could be in the wrong here because it's upsetting him, making it seem like I don't trust him. No, I think he has a fucking fetish. I think he's weird. He has a fucking fetish. I'm not kink shaming by any means, but be honest that you're with her because she has a prosthetic and there's something about it that turns you fucking on. Like, be upfront with it, bro. Like, be honest with her, because right now she's feeling very fucking self-conscious and feeling like you're trying to take advantage of her for some means, and that it's making it worse that she doesn't want to take it off because of past experiences she's had with it. Like, don't fucking, like, just be upfront. Be like, hey, I'm a fucking freak. I have a fetish for this. Take it off. It's gonna make me fucking horny. Just be honest with it. But trying to hide it from her and then gaslight her about it, that's worse. You're not fixing anything. Like, you're doing more harm. So, just my opinion. 2 cents with Viking. Am I the asshole for telling a woman she can't change her baby's dirty nappy? I'm assuming that's a diaper. On our cafe's chairs. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. I'm gonna say that I'm 100% going to say this person's probably being an asshole. Like, don't fucking get the fuck over it. All right, background info. So the building where the cafe that I work at is located in was built in the 1750s and is therefore a listed building. Because of that, we cannot knock down walls, so we are tight on space. Okay. Big deal. Consequent of that is that we only have enough space for women's toilet and one men's toilet. No baby changing facilities in either. Okay, you've already lost me. You're the fucking asshole. You're the asshole. I'm sorry. You're the asshole. She's got to change the fucking kid somewhere. It's not her fault you can't fucking put it in a changing table. There is, however, a public toilet blocked no more than 50 meters away from our premises. So now you want a patron who has spent good money in your cafe to leave and go somewhere else to change their child. Has multiple baby changing facilities in both the female and male toilet blocks. I'm 1,000% saying this person's an asshole. I could be wrong. But I'm 1,000% going to say this person's the asshole. The story. So a family come into the cafe, they sit down, eat and drink. And then one of her babies must have pooped its nappy diaper because she came and asked me whether we had any changing facilities. I apologized and informed her that we didn't, but I pointed out the public toilets and said that they were free and had everything she would need. She said it was okay and proceeded to change the child right on the chair in front of me. I told her that we cannot allow that as it's disturbing the other customers and that it really isn't sanitary, especially as we have fresh pastries and cakes in display. Your pastries and cakes are in a display. If it's open to get baby poop on it, it's open to be coughed on, sneezed on, touched, just generalized germs in the air, and that's not sanitary. So that's the bigger issue there. So nice try, bitch. You're still the asshole. She went ballistic, saying that it's the law that we need to let her change her child wherever she wants if we are unwilling to provide her with suitable changing facilities. I said that she's more than willing to phone the police. But we cannot let her change her child like this. I again pointed out the public toilets and said that she needed to leave and change her child there. Her whole family got up, left, and looked at me like I was a sexist bigot. So am I the asshole? 1,000%. 1,000% you are the fucking asshole. Bro, female, whatever. I don't know. I'm assuming they're in England or Australia because they're saying nappy and they said meter. So it's not America. So I don't know. It says 1750. So I would probably go with England, as Australia wasn't really even a country back in 1750. So I'd say this is in the UK somewhere. So I don't know whether or not it is a law. If she's saying it is, maybe. But the person's a fucking asshole, okay? They're not disturbing your business. It's not unsanitary. They're in the cafe. If your pastries and cakes are open to the public, there's a bigger issue there. With the fact, like I said, they're open to be sneezed on, coughed on, drooled on, touched, whatever it may be. The baby's fucking butt is the least of the worries. It's England. They pay for public. Yeah, I know they pay, but they're saying in here that it's free. The public restroom was free. They actually pay for public toilets in a lot of countries, including Germany and stuff. So that's not even the thing. Like, but you get a receipt for most countries and you get a free snack and whatever. Most people are used to having to pay for public restrooms in other countries. I don't think that's the issue here. The issue is you don't have the necessary utilities to provide to that customer. That customer did not bitch. They did not complain. They said, hey, no big deal. I'll go ahead and change the diaper. Okay. Do it. You do you. So, sorry, lady, but that's gross. It's the equivalent of wiping your own ass in the middle of the restaurant. Not true. Hard as a parent sometimes when buildings and places don't have convenient areas to tend to your children, but you pointed out to her the facility she could have easily used. Oh, people are saying not the asshole. Go to restaurants that don't have changing areas if she can't. She's going to be such a confidently incorrect, entitled asshole about it. How was she supposed to know they didn't have changing areas? She didn't know when she spent the money there. She didn't know that. She asked. It's just jaw dropping. How can you think it's okay to change your baby in the middle of a restaurant? There's food around and no one wants to see that shit anyways. What was she going to do with the dirty nappy? Leave it on the table? Put it in the diaper bag, bro. You put it in the diaper bag. You literally have fucking disposable bags And you fucking leave it and throw it away somewhere. Yeah, people are like, clearly none of these people have kids. Okay, here you go. Here's this person. I've been in some tiny bathrooms and they still manage to put in a changing table. It's awkward to use, like hung vertically over the toilet, but it's there. And this person's like, yeah, airplanes have them too. Is there anything smaller than an airplane toilet? Saying, hey, you could put a fucking changing table in here and you could solve all this fucking problems right here. So, to not try to a changing table is if it keeps falling no matter how you have it up, stay up, or it keeps be asked about matters that. Yeah, I disagree with people saying they're not the asshole. But maybe it's an American thing. Maybe I am slightly entitled. I don't think it's a big issue. If I saw someone else changing their kid's diaper, I'm like, okay, whatever. I get it. You can't let that kid be in the diaper. Then they're going to get diaper rash, yeast infection, whatever they might get. It's not healthy for them. And it's not that big of a fucking deal. We could change Baby Shield Maiden's diaper in like 30 seconds and most people won't even be the wiser. And then, like I said, you pull out the little fucking poop bag or whatever. You know, it's like the fucking doggy bags. You put the diaper in it, tie it up. Nobody fucking smells it. And you move on. I'm slightly on the fence only because of the food issue. Okay. She's not dangling it over people. I'd be like, if she's hanging it over someone, I'd be like, fine, it's an issue. But like the people said, there's airplanes that have fucking changing tables on them. Ah, shit. Yeah. I mean, I agree that it's on the fence. But the fact that you were like, they have to leave, I don't know. I feel like it could have been handled better. I feel like it could have been handled better. As a parent, one way or another, I would not, like, if I had heard about this, I wouldn't support this business. Like, I wouldn't go to this business. Anything like that. Like, just my opinion. Yeah, I personally think they could have handled it better. All right. Am I the asshole for not letting my kid's sister call me dad? I'm probably going to say yes. I'm just going to say yes. I want to see how many I get correct off of it. Just reading the title. So, I have split custody for my two sons, Diego, age 12, and Sasha, age 10, with my ex, Josie. About a year after we split up, Josie got pregnant with Ava from a one-night stand. You do you, Josie. That guy never stepped up. He's pretty broke, so doesn't pay child support, and would stop by every now and then when Ava was young, but hasn't been seen since she was 4 or 5. I'm pretty good friends with Josie and will invite her and all 3 kids over sometimes when I have cookouts and stuff like that. Through the years, I've watched Ava for Josie as a favor here and there. Generally seems like a good guy. They go to the same school, so sometimes I'll pick all 3 of them up and drop them off at Josie's on her weeks when she's busy, but I have some time. That's decent. Like, I'm not going to be mad at this guy about this. I don't play a fatherly role, though, and don't really want to. The other day when I picked them up from school, Josie asked me if I want to stay for dinner. We had a nice meal and hung around a while when I go to leave, and Diego and Sasha hug me goodbye and say, "Bye, Dad." Ava also gave me a hug and called me that as well. I figured it was a mix-up and go, "What was that, Ava?" She goes, "Oh, sorry. Mean to ask if I could call you that now." I told her I'd rather her call me my name. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want that responsibility on me. I don't feel like that's a response. Let me finish reading this and we'll see. Yo, what's up, Alpha? She seemed sad and I thought that was that. But since then, Josie told me I'm being a real jerk. Saying it's not like she's asking for child support from her, but I should still let her call me that and be flattered. I don't really like it though, and I'm afraid of future expectations if she gets used to it. Am I the asshole for that? I want to be clear that the only part I said was, I'd rather you just call me by my name. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't want that responsibility on me was me explaining myself here. I didn't say that out loud to her. I don't personally want to be uncle or some nickname. I feel most comfortable going by my name. I have siblings with kids who call me Tio, and I like that just being their thing. I mean, so I don't think he's being the asshole. I don't really think anyone is being the asshole here. I understand his point. Hey, I'm not your dad. I help out with your mom because of my kids. Like, I genuinely care about you, but I'm not your dad. Like, I understand that. Damn, that one's hard. He could have softened the blow. Absolutely. He could have softened the blow. He's avoiding confusing her as well. I feel like she genuinely knows he's not her dad though. So I don't feel like there's any confusion. I just feel she wants to look up to someone. And her 2 brothers call him dad. He helps take care of her. Like, he basically is the dad. He's not with Josie the mom. He doesn't want to be with Josie the mom. But he is taking responsibility for her to some extent. And I don't know. I don't know this one. I feel like he's being a good guy. Like, he's helping out with her. He's not going, "Hey, I'll pick up my 2 kids, but fuck your daughter. Like, she can stay at school if that's on you." So I feel like this one's tough because I understand his wanting to be like, not diminish my role with my other kids and my nieces and nephews. But it's hard also for her. And I don't know where to clearly draw that line. Me personally, I wouldn't care. Me personally, I'd be like, Yeah, that's no problem as long as you understand, like, I'm not your dad and I just care about you and I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, as I would say something like that. So I don't think he's the asshole. I think, like Jade said, he could have softened the blow. Phoenix said he's setting boundaries. I fully agree with all those. I just feel like the dice could land either way on this one. And that nobody's really the asshole here. And it's just a shitty situation. The mom got pregnant on a one night stand, has a kid. Dad doesn't want to be around. The dad of the two other boys is around and is helping out, just because it doesn't inconvenience him. I just feel like either way it could be like it's just a muddy situation. So I don't think anyone's the asshole on this one. So I was wrong leading into that one because I thought he was going to be the asshole. Alpha, how you doing tonight, man? Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my 3-month-old nephew because his parents wanted to go to Vegas? I'm just going to go ahead and say no. Like, it's not your responsibility to babysit. That's a courtesy, and it's something that you're willing to help out with. But if you say no, you're not an asshole. Now, again, like I said, we could be wrong, and once we read everything, we can be we could change the opinion. But going into this, I'm saying no. All right. My brother just had a baby boy, and I absolutely love him, as you should. A few days ago, my brother asked me if I could babysit his 3-month-old baby for 2 days. 2 days that's reasonable. I don't feel like that's an extended period of time, and that's a horrible ask. So that him and his wife could go to Vegas and blow off some steam from the pregnancy. Being someone that recently had a baby, fully understand. While I have the capacity and know how to care for an infant, I think it is totally irresponsible for them to leave on a vacation while the baby is so young. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say you are the asshole. Don't ever parent shame someone for needing to blow off steam. So I told him I wasn't comfortable with their attitude towards leaving such a young baby overnight so they could go party and that I wouldn't babysit. He asked our parents and they happily obliged as they want to spend as much time with the baby as possible. I was actually pretty shocked that my parents weren't more against it. And am I being a judgmental asshole? Yes. Yes, you are being a judgmental asshole. 1,000%, 100%, 1,000,000% being a judgmental asshole. Edit. To clarify, I have a 2-year-old son. My brother and I babysit for each other about once a week for a couple of hours. My brother and his wife have gone out to date night since the birth as my wife and I were watching our nephew. My son was very unhappy with anyone else other than his mom, including me, until he was about 1 year old, which is perfectly fine. And I understand, hey, you're watching the kid while he goes to dinner. That's great of you, and immensely, I'm sure that's appreciated. And maybe they shouldn't leave. Maybe they shouldn't leave the baby so young. But you're parent shaming and judging them for wanting to do that because that's not something you wanted to do. You never do that. They're not. It's not like they're dumping the baby off at a fucking fire department and going, "Oh, we'll pick it up in a few days." You know, like they're trying to make sure the baby's taken care of and with someone loving and nurturing and everything like that. I don't see an issue with that. Would I do it? Absolutely not. We still haven't left baby shield maiden, and she's almost 8 months old. So I wouldn't do it, but I think they're being judgmental in the aspect of that. So, I mean, as long as the baby has food, gets a butt change, and has someone to put them to sleep, I don't see the issue. It's not like they're leaving them with a babysitter or a stranger. Should you not be trusted to be left with the baby for a few days? Should your parents not be trusted to be left with the baby for a few days? Like, that's kind of more what I would ask. Am I the dumbass for wondering why the grandparents weren't upset? I don't think so. I mean, look, everyone's experiences are different with everything. My mom hasn't kept baby shield. She comes and sees her like very randomly for short bursts of time. She definitely would not keep baby shield overnight. Nor would I expect her to. She definitely helped with Valorson a lot more when he was younger. But I was also 19, 20, 21 years old. I was a kid my goddamn self when I had him. So she helped out a lot with him, but having me and Mrs. Valor with Baby Shield, my mom doesn't really help. I think there's been one day in 8 months I've gone over there and just like, hey, I just need a break. Miss Valor's in meetings. Can you just watch her while like I just sit here and do nothing? And that was it. That was just one day. And like me and my mom just sat there and talked while she held baby shield maiden. But I wouldn't do that. But I don't know if there's necessarily an issue with it. And I do think they're being judgmental and doing and saying, hey, you're leaving this child so young. Like, that child's never going to know. In 20 years, you could say it and they would never know. So I don't necessarily understand that. Should they never leave the child? Like, are they worried something's going to happen with the kid? Like, then you should never leave? Like, I don't necessarily... Good Lord, there's still a panini occurring. Oh, I guess pandemic. They want to go expose themselves to everything in Vegas and come home to their baby's fragile immune system. Okay, I guess I could understand that argument there. I think it's pretty irresponsible of them, and I understand why you wouldn't want to be the one caring for a very young infant. No, and I fully understand not wanting to be the one to care for such a young infant. I 100% said you have the right to say no. I initially said they aren't the asshole. I think they're the asshole for the judgment that they are placing upon them for that. I don't think they're the asshole for saying no. I think they're the asshole for going about the way they did.
So, my mom called, so I was busy. I was trying to comment. I don't think it's working. Go on Am I the Asshole Twitter. And sometimes you can, like, quickly scan what's funny. So there's, like, some funny ones. And you were asking for funny ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I was trying to comment.
Okay.
Trying to help, but my comments are...
Yeah, I don't know why your comments aren't going through.
I know help you. Yeah, my comments didn't come through. It like sent me to another person's stream.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
It's doing that shit again?
Yeah. That's why I came down here.
Fucking piece of
like
shit.
Everything I just said I sent to you, but it went to like...
Why is it fucking doing that shit again?
My mom called and then I got off. I opened again. I heard everything you were saying. It's like I could hear it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, my texts weren't coming through. I have it on live chat too, not top chat.
Yeah, that's weird. I have it on live chat, so.
Yeah.
Even if you had it on top chat,
you didn't
like.
see what I was saying.
No.
No. That's why I came down here.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. That's why I came down to let you know.
Yeah.
I thought I would let you know that
Yeah.
I'm your wife upstairs and I can hear what you're saying, and I know you're not seeing what I'm.
You can't hear me upstairs.
Yes, I can.
Shut the fuck up.
I have just you on, so I can hear you upstairs.
Jade, we need the back wall. We need more soundproofing.
The other side of the stairwell needs soundproofing.
Well, if we built a wall here, it'd be fine.
Anyway,
It wouldn't even get to that side.
but I just wanted to let you know that, like, yeah, you're not. All of a sudden, it, like, sent it to another, like, stream, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna come downstairs.
Did you see the one about the dude that has the fetish about the prosthetic leg?
Yes. That's the one that made me come down here, because I was commenting on that. And
Yeah,
you
you're not getting any.
messages.
I'm not getting any of your comments.
Right. That's why I came down here. I was like, he didn't say shit about what I just said.
The fuck?
Right.
Did you get banned off of YouTube?
Hey, man. I'm cute.
Who'd you piss off at a YouTube?
I don't know, but I pissed off people in my agency, so I don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd let you know. But if you go onto Twitter, though, there's usually, like, if you just go on Am I the Asshole, you can, like, skim what they're about.
I mean, I can skim what all these are about. I'm just kind of.
I know, but you're not going to, like, funny ones. You're gonna, like,
All right, go the fuck upstairs.
You didn't say it. I was trying to help you.
You're going to play some War Thunder? I've never played War Thunder Alpha. I've seen it played before. I've never played it myself. I don't know if it's, I feel like it's a combination of what's the game? World of Tanks. See, now look, your messages are coming through now. All right, here we go. Yeah, now it's working. Am I the asshole for refusing to respond? It's not Jade, that's Phoenix. The audacity. Talk because he was being an ass butt. I was not being an ass butt. Y'all are a pain in my ass. Yeah, I don't know why your other ones didn't. I'm hoping other people aren't having that issue. Am I the asshole for refusing to respond to my nickname? I'm gonna go ahead and say no. You're always a salty squirrel. I started a new job recently. Apparently, I went to middle school with one of my coworkers. We're both in high school. She remembers me. I don't remember her. I'll call her Jane. I fucking hate these situations. A week or two ago, Jane asked me if I go by the nickname version of my name. Think Nikki for Nicole, not my name, but close enough. I said, no, I hate being called Nikki. She said, oh, but it's such a cute name. We used to have a Nikki that worked here. Then she proceeded to ask another coworker if she remembered Nikki. I'm going to go ahead and say you're not the asshole on this one. Yeah, don't call her SS, please. Other people have asked if I go by a nickname. I always say no. They respect that. Jane doesn't. Whenever she's trying to get my attention, she calls me Nikki. I reminded her that I don't like being called that. She claimed she forgot. Then she kept doing it, so I started ignoring her. Yesterday she was calling Nikki, but trying to get my attention, and I didn't respond. Another coworker said, Jane is calling you. I looked at Jane to see what she wanted, and she said something. When Jane walked away, I told the coworker that I don't like being called Nikki, and Jane keeps doing it, and it annoys me. She said, "It's just a nickname. What's the big deal? Don't be petty." She probably forgot. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. I really hate being called Nikki. Am I the asshole for ignoring Jane when she calls me that? I kind of almost think she thinks if she calls me Nikki enough that I'll be like the Nikki that worked there before or something. I don't think she's the asshole. I think call me by my motherfucking name or I'm not going to fucking respond to you. Right. Call Jane Karen and say it's a nickname. I don't think she's the asshole. I understand what the coworker's saying. I 100% understand what the coworker's saying. Don't make a mountain out of a molehill. But I'm assuming that this person has told this Jane coworker on countless times, hey, my name's not Nikki. Oh, I forgot. No, you fucking didn't, bitch. You know goddamn well what you're fucking doing. Shut your fucking mouth up, sit the fuck down, and call me by my name, or don't fucking call me at all. That might be a bit aggressive, but I do not think Nikki or Nicole is the fucking asshole. I think Jane is the fucking asshole. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says on this one. That's not true. Someone could probably sway my opinion, but call her some other name every time she calls you Nikki. She is an asshole, and if she does not stop, you might have to contact HR. See? Listen, even with nicknames, only certain people call me them, not everyone. I mean, look, you can be called wherever the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck if her name is Nicole. She could go by her middle name if she wants. She could go by her last name. She could go by fucking... what? I'm going to say Opal just because we've been watching this show. But I don't fucking care. Whatever. Look. And I'm going to get into this. Can call me by my nickname. Very few get to call me by my name. See, and that's perfectly fine with me too. So I'm gonna go to this factor, and people. It might be controversial, but pronouns, right? Say I want to be called he, she, her. I guess those are the combined program nouns. If they're not, I apologize for anyone that does know properly and might get offended by that. But say I want to be called she, her. What the fuck does it hurt for you to call me she or her? You may not agree with it. You may not like it. But it's not your fucking business or place to decide what I want to be called. That's not your decision. It's not. And stop thinking it is. So if she wants to be called Nicole, you call her fucking Nicole. Now, the only person that doesn't get a say in this is Fish Fry, because we're going to fucking call you Tony. And you're all fucking like it. Yeah, but yeah, don't call me by someone else's name. You call me whatever you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Because I don't fucking care. I grew up with my own mama messing up my fucking name, okay? So, it is what it is. I answer to what I answer to. My... Valorson's mom's brother, his name is Corey. And as many of you know, my name is Cody. And our entire relationship, she would call me Corey and call her son Cody. And I used to think it was funny. He would get so pissed off about it because how dare she mess up her own son's name with her daughter's boyfriend's name? I think it was funny. There is no Tony. He does not exist. Well, you know what I meant. Wait, you have a name other than Viking? I know, right? What is this madness? I think that's actually my first time ever saying my real name on stream. You may be surprised. A lot of people might be very surprised in figuring out what my real name is. A lot of you know it. But I think that is my officially first time ever saying my real name on stream. So, y'all are welcome. What's up, Red? All right. Am I the asshole for stopping invite? This is going to give me an aneurysm. Am I the asshole for? I'm going to say not inviting my sister over after she behaves like a child because she doesn't like my boyfriend. I'm going to go ahead and say you're not the asshole. Witchcraft. Dun dun dun. I'm going to say you're not the asshole. But again, I could be wrong. My boyfriend, 44, and I, 34. I'm not sure if you have said it on stream before. I know I have messed up and said a few of the streamers' names on stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but like majority of you that are in chat right now know my real name. I don't think I've ever said it on stream, but majority of you are friends with me on Facebook, like my real Facebook. Majority of you know my full name. Some of you may not. There you are. The cat's out of the bag. It is what it is. It was subject of the story. All right. My boyfriend, 44, and I, 34, have been together for almost 3 years now. The relationship is great, and he is a really awesome guy. All of my friends love him. Aw, how cute. I'm sorry. I can't keep a straight face saying that. It's bitch tittles. What? I didn't know it? No, you did not know my name. How dare you? The only one person that has a problem with him is my sister. Nothing bad ever happened between them, and she is not able to articulate what her problem is. My boyfriend is unaware of any of this. The first situation that upset me was when she made a scene when she found out that my boyfriend will be joining us for a dinner with friends. I had some people visiting me in my city and booked a table in a restaurant, initially for 4, as my boyfriend didn't think he would be able to join us. In the end, it doesn't even matter. He was free, and I wanted to call the restaurant and change the reservation. At this moment, she started to be quite dramatic, and after stating that the dinner was supposed to be without him, she said that she won't be coming. Okay? Because she doesn't want to cause the problem for the restaurant, as it is so difficult to put the 5th chair to the table. They could have a 6-top table. Like, I don't get what the issue might be. So she said she will sacrifice herself. No! Black Widow! The joke about the 5th chair still circulates well among my friends. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say she's not the asshole. Miss Valor got catfish. Fuck you, Red. Actually, Red, he called you by your government name last week, and I was so confused. Oh, yeah. People will remember that I have an actual name anymore. Yeah. She was like, who the fuck are you talking about? It was just to me and her. And she's like, who? You don't know my government name? Another stupid situation was her birthday. I asked if I could come with him, and she said yes. And after that, she started to make stupid comments about him coming. So I said that it is not obligatory to invite us. She said that he is uninvited. Oh, this bitch is petty. I've replied that we won't be coming. She said something like, I don't know that you go like a package now. Oh, this bitch is a petty fucking Karen. After which, lost my temper. Mind you that my boyfriend and I are quite independent and spend a lot of time without each other. I don't give a fuck if you do or don't. I explained to her that she could just say from the start that she didn't want him to come. But inviting and uninviting him like this puts me in a quite uncomfortable situation. Very understandably so. He never found out what exactly happened. I just told him I don't want to go to the party because of her behavior. There were many more episodes like this. Fast forward till now, she made another comment about him not being allowed to her house. Not like I would bring him and expose him to her toxicity. But anyway, I decided I won't validate her childish behavior. She is 46, by the way. Oh, she is old. I mean, older than what the sister is. I was expecting her to be younger. Among my friends, I am known for hosting dinners and nice parties at my place. It is a pleasure for me to cook for my friends and to have people over. She found out that there will be a Halloween party. She is not invited. Now there is a drama because she feels that she is being punished, and rightfully so. I told her that I didn't invite her to this party because I have to protect her and cannot expose her to uncomfortable situation caused by my boyfriend being present or existing. Now she doesn't speak to me. Yo. Not only do I not think the poster is not the asshole, I also fucking applaud them. I applaud them for their fucking response. Fuck your sister. I feel like your sister is jealous of your boyfriend. I feel like she's like, he's closer to my age than he is to yours. Why is he with you and not me? Like, fuck you, bitch. Yeah, most of our government names don't fit us. Do some headless horseman runs. I'm adamant on getting that mount. Oh, yeah. Think of the worst part of Full Metal Alchemist and you nailed it. What? What, Red? What about Full Metal Alchemist? Losers with WoW. I got the mount like 3 years ago. You fucking loser. My entire name doesn't fit me. Total joke. My parents are assholes. Are your parents the asshole? Hence the salty squirrel, right? I never invite my sisters. See, I don't think I invite my brother to stuff. I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is you want to make such a big deal about my boyfriend ever being around or girlfriend. Like, I understand not wanting to then have them around. Fucking sisters is illegal. I mean, not in every state, though. Not in every state. It should be, but it's not. Bo's government name? I feel like you need to pull the cat out of the bag now and tell us, everyone. Wait, Bo's government name is the worst of Full Metal Alchemist? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No. Fuck. Now you're gonna make me Google fucking characters from Full Metal Alchemist. Edward. Oh, I actually know that. Yeah, as soon as I read it, I just thought of it. Full Metal Alchemist is a great... Brotherhood, I think, is better. But Full Metal Alchemist is amazing. If you like freaking animes, you better watch Full Metal Alchemist. I'm very disappointed in you for not knowing anything about Full Metal Alchemist. You are a disappointment. Yeah. I know it. As soon as I went to go start going through the list, I saw it on the list and I was like, I actually do know it. Yeah. No. Yeah, I know, Red, but I'm just saying, like, as soon as I was reading through the list, I was like, it dawned on me. But I'm not gonna call him out on it on stream. I'm better than that. Wait, bring it back? Bring back what? What are we bringing back? Bringing sexy back? Is that what you wanted? Fucking, did you just say, someone time out my wife. Put her in timeout. Miss Valor is 100% uncultured. Making sure you can see my messages. Yes, we can see your messages, dear. Absolutely not. You. I fucking hate you all. I hate you all. Fuck you. I don't know what camera's on right now, but fuck you. Boop. You've only ever seen one anime, so you have a request for a man bun? I literally put my hair up all the time. I can literally do it right now, Skylar. Have you never seen how long my hair is? I can literally do it right now. Hold on. Yeah, I can 100% make a man bun. Hold on. There you go, Sky. You're welcome. Man bun my beard. I don't know if I don't think my beard's long enough for that. I honestly, one of my brothers bought me a beard bead kit, but I just don't feel like it looks good on me. Like, because I have like bald patches, like where you would normally put the beard beads, like over here and stuff. I just feel like it doesn't look the greatest. I would never wear a request a man bun. I mean, dude, I literally just put it up a lot of the time. I do. Miss Valor does braid it. Majority of the time, Miss Valor braids it, especially when I'm going to wear headphones. But tonight we went out to dinner together. And my hair was wet when we left because I took a shower right before dinner. And then we got home and I had to come downstairs and stream. So it just didn't happen. But a lot of the time she does braid it. But if I'm like doing work, if she doesn't braid it and like I'm working around the house or something or doing, and like my hair keeps going, I just put it up. I don't give a fuck. You call it whatever you want. I'll put it up in a fucking man bun. I don't care. Yeah, my hair, dear. One of my books, the main guy had a man bun, and I had to pretend he didn't because it weirded me out because of your long hair. What? What does me have to do with a guy in your book? I don't have a piece of food in my beard. Do I? Oh no, it's a piece of dry skin, dear. It's not a piece of food. It's a piece of dry skin. But thanks for pointing that out. My kids want me to grow my hair and beard back out. The wife says no. I like it being short now too. I would say grow your beard back because it was a sexy book. Please no, Phoenix. No, thank you. I would say grow your beard back though. But I don't know if I grow my hair not only because of my religion, but also my ancestry with my grandmother being Lakota Sioux and growing up native and learning a lot of my culture. It just something about it just feels right having longer hair and having it braided and everything. But it's not for everyone. Some people don't like it, some people do. It's something I like. I don't recommend it for everyone. It is annoying sometimes. Like, I'll lay on it in bed and try to roll over and pull my own hair. It kind of sucks sometimes. But I like enjoy it. Um but I always recommend someone having their beard long. I don't know how long I'm going to grow my beard, but one day I'll be like, this is long enough, and it'll be there. I do not feel it that is at this point yet. I don't know if it's close. I've considered it many a times to shave my beard off. But then I'm also like, I don't know if I could handle looking at myself in the mirror without a beard again. Your barber wants you to grow it back too? Well, there you go. You need to grow your beard back. End of story. Am I the asshole for almost throwing away my stepson's pillowcase? I'm probably going to say yes, but I could be wrong. Dumbledore length? I don't know if I could handle Dumbledore length. Dumbledore length was like what? Down to his belly button? I don't know if I could handle that. I feel like to the bottom of Mjolnir would be long enough. I feel like here. I feel like I got like another 6 inches. If you're growing it, grow. See, my thing is though, I want it to look full. I don't want, like, some people will grow it long and then it's like stringy and patchy and it looks bad and unkept. I don't ever want it to look like that. So I want it to grow as long as possible while still being full. So that's the problem. I don't know how long I could sustain that, right? All right. My stepson is 23 and he sleeps with a body pillow that he has one pillowcase for, and it has a cartoon on it of a girl in a cat costume. And whatever. I was doing the laundry yesterday and I noticed it was pretty threadbare when it came out of the dryer. So I threw it in the rag bag. When he came home from work, he asked where it was and I told him. He acted shocked and almost looked like he was going to cry. He went and took it out of the bag and washed and dried it again. When his mom got home, he talked to her right in front of me and said I wasn't allowed to wash it anymore. She sat with him in his room after and calmed him down. It isn't one of his collectibles. He doesn't keep it sealed away or anything. But they are both mad at me. I don't know what I did wrong. Why am I the asshole? Sorry, I guess I was supposed to put that. This is an edit. I'm retired and my wife works. That's why I do the housework. We have lots of pillowcases that would fit. I don't want to look up what a waifu is. I actually don't know what a waifu is. I made that mistake with Fuchinari. And when one of my t-shirts or my wife's jeans or a towel gets worn out, it goes in the rag bag for the garage. That is why I threw it away. I didn't rip it or put it in the trash with food waste. It went into a plastic bag with other clean, worn out stuff. And I do apologize if what you guys are saying is true. I'm never going to touch it again. He can do his own laundry. So I'm assuming it's probably like the thing he jerks off onto. Yeah, he has a spank bank pillowcase. 100%. I 100% believe that. I do think this guy is the asshole for throwing it away. I understand when yours and your wife's things get worn out, you throw it into the rag bag and y'all use it as rags and whatever. That's perfectly fine. Your stepson is 23. Why you're still doing his laundry at 23 is unbeknownst to me, I would have stopped doing it at fucking 15, 16 years old when my mom stopped doing our laundry. Um, but I, but if you are going to be doing it, I don't think it's your place to throw that away. That should have been his decision to throw it away. I do think kind of you're the asshole here. Um, Not necessarily asshole. I just think you're being insensitive and throwing away something that's important to someone else. You may not have known it was important, but it also wasn't yours to throw away. But it's 100% his fucking Spank Bank pillowcase. And I would never fucking touch it. And I probably would have burnt it if I ever did touch it. But I think he may have been the asshole. Get a good beard brush and keep brushing it. Oh, I mean, I have a fucking amazing beard brush. Miss Valor actually special ordered me one. It's fantastic. But again, part of it is also genetics too, right? Like some hair just won't grow past a certain point. So we don't know. We'll see. One day I'll go, this is long enough. And then sometimes I look at people with short beards and I'm like, that doesn't look bad. I wouldn't mind that. And then I go, fuck it. I love my long beard. You don't have to do my laundry? No, that's not how this works. Once you get married, then one person assumes the responsibility of your laundry and the other person never does laundry ever again. And that doesn't have to be male or female. That could be just whatever. But in this case, my wife assumed the responsibility of my laundry. I assumed the responsibility of cooking for my wife. But I don't see a ring on this finger. Girl, bye. Bye. Deuces. Don't let the door hit you with the good Lord split you. Now chat's going to say I'm the asshole. Am I the asshole for helping my ex's son financially but refusing to help my ex? For helping my ex's son financially but refusing to help. No, I do not think you're the asshole. Those unwritten contracts in marriage will get you. Facts. 1,000%. I'm just going to go ahead and say that you are not the asshole. And I don't think there's really anything I could read in this that would decide you were the asshole. But I could be wrong. I enjoy the cookings too much. I think my wife has cooked maybe 5 times since we got married. See, I enjoy cooking too. That's the same way I am. Don't cook dinner. I don't have to clean up after you. Let's not get carried away, okay? Let's not start putting words where they don't belong. But he gives up to going out. You wanted to go out. Do you want to fight? Because we can fight. Let's do it. Catch me outside. How about that? How about that? Do you, though? Do you? It's okay to take care of the kid. It became one of yours when you started. Exactly. I 100% agree with that. A kid is a kid. If I want to financially help that kid with a situation, outside of our relationship, that's on me. But that doesn't entail I need to financially help you. Sneak attack? She's not sneaky. She'll be fine. Especially since I don't have the headset on. Look at the camera again. Chose to be the ex in some form or fashion, so not the responsibility to take care of the adult. Exactly. I 45 male and my ex Emmy 46 female got together 3 years ago and broke up last year. My son Leo is 17 and Emmy's son Nate is 16. Emmy and her son moved in my house in June 2021. Bro, they didn't even live there for a year. Her and I were supposed to have split custody, 1 week each. Okay, I'm going to be confused as shit. At the end of September, Nate told us that his father wasn't always here, that he was often alone, and asked us if he could stay at my house. I feel like they lost me somewhere already. Her and I were supposed to have split custody, 1 week each. At the end of September, Nate told us that his father wasn't always here, that he was often alone, and asked us if he could stay at my house. Me and Emmy said yes. Okay, so I guess they're supposed to have split custody with each other's significant ex. Okay. I feel like that could have been worded more clearly. I realized quickly that Emmy wasn't taking care of Nate when it wasn't her week. For her, it wasn't her responsibility. Bitch, you're a mom 100% of the time, not just when you have custody of them. This was one of the main reasons for the breakup. When Nate was here, I was the one taking care of him. Emmy and I broke up in February 2022, and she left my house in April. She stayed there for 2 months. That just dawned on me. She stayed there for 2 months after you broke up. I was worried about Nate, so I proposed to Nate's father to help him take care of him. Long story short, he said yes, and now during Nate's father's week, I have him and Leo at my house. This dude sounds like a fucking amazing human being. Nate still has his room and everything is the same as before. Me and Leo's mom have more money than my ex, so I give the same amount of money to Leo and Nate when they go out so he won't feel left out. And I buy things for him when needed. This dude is a fucking saint. Emmy never said anything about this arrangement. This summer, like the ones before, Leo and Nate went to spend a few weeks at my parents'. We also took Nate with us when we went abroad. I paid for everything. This dude's fucking amazing. Is he adopting? Do you want a 31-year-old fucking long-haired, bearded Viking? In September, everything resumed the same. I have Leo and Nate together during 1 week, and I take care of everything. My ex-wife, Leo's mom, is also helping during her time. She has sleepover at her place, and she and her husband often see his games. These seem like amazing people. Hey, Ruby Rose, thanks for the subscribing. How you doing today? Now the issue. Last week, Leo told me that Nate's sport gear was too deteriorated for him to use. I asked Nate, and he told me that he was too ashamed to tell me, and he was trying to save money to replace it. This fucking kid, like, I feel like I'm going to hate this mother at the end. So this weekend, we went to buy everything he needed. I admit that I felt bad for not realizing it sooner, so I went a little overboard. I bought him a more expensive equipment. I want to add, it's not unusual for me to buy things for Nate. You've already said that. I think you're a fucking saint, dude. You're a better man than 98% of people in the world, including myself. On Monday, Emmy called me to complain about the new gear and told me that she needed money too, and she felt it was unfair of me to buy stuff for her son and not helping her when I had the money. She has a job. She was complaining about not being able to have new expensive stuff. Yesterday, I had dinner with friends and told them everything. Two of them told me that they thought it was a little selfish of me to not help someone in need when I had more than enough money to do so. I admit that I am well financially, but I worked very hard to be where I am today, and I do not want her to benefit from that. They also raised the fact that my ex-wife and me were planning ahead to help Nate through college. This dude is a fucking saint. Like, I'm not even Christian, but this person should be fucking baptized and and sainthood or whatever. That it was a big commitment and it was shitty of me to choose who to help from my past. No, it's not. Is it really awful of me to refusing to help her when I have money to? I feel that I don't owe her anything. He's absolutely right. He doesn't owe her anything, including her son. They were only together for 3 years. He doesn't owe her son anything. And he sees that she's financially unavailable. So he helps her son and fucking pays for her son. This man deserves to have a statue built after him. He has no responsibility to his ex, has no responsibility to her financially, has no responsibility to her son, but him and his ex-wife, who his ex-wife has even less connections to and less ties with, are willing to pay for this kid's fucking college, and you're going to bitch that you can't afford nice, new, expensive things? Like, you as a parent should be worshiping this man at his feet. You shouldn't, like, this isn't why he's doing it. But to say, oh, woe is me, what about things I need? What about things I want? You have a job, okay? Your kid didn't even go to him because he was embarrassed, because he didn't want to fucking feel like he was a burden to this man. And he went out of his way and still bought him stuff. And you're going to cry about you. I buy one pair of shoes a year. One pair of shoes a year. You want to know how many pairs of shoes my fucking son has upstairs? He doesn't even wear. He doesn't even wear them all. But guess what? He's fucking got them. And they might not all be the greatest fucking pair of shoes. Some of them may come from Payless. Some of them may come from, you know, some of the cheaper places. And they're play shoes and whatnot. But as a parent, if you don't financially have it, you go without so your kid doesn't have to. Bigfoot, shut the fuck up. No, you don't. You do have some nice ass fucking shoes, though. I will agree with you there. You do have some nice fucking shoes. But also, you're not crying to someone else that they need to fucking buy you shit because they're buying your kid shit. Like, that's where I think that's where the difference is, right? Is it's not that necessarily, whether or not you can or cannot afford with that for them. That you're complaining to someone else that they need to pay for you because you can't financially pay for yourself. They are all good shoes. They are all, right now he has Reeboks, Jordans. My mom bought him the Jordans, which I think is absurd, but he has all good shoes. But in the past, we've bought him like $20 pair of shoes from Shoe Warehouse or whatever the fuck store. They don't all need to be fucking high-end shoes. You don't bitch about yourself for your child, like your child. You be thankful that your child isn't having to go without. and you thank them, like that person is your ex. There is no responsibility. There is no, what's the word I'm looking for? Commitment for that person to continuously take care of your child. And if they are willing to do so, you should say thank you and move your fucking ass along. My opinion. Yeah, kids fucking break down their shoes and they grow so fucking fast too. All I heard was shoes. No, my job is so demanding. I wear through my shoes. Yeah, I mean, I 100% Bigfoot. You're like, my dad does all the time, right? My dad keeps 3 pairs of Red Wings and gets them fucking, rotates them getting resold and sends them off to Red Wing all the fucking time. Construction is very demanding and you go through shoes all the fucking time. No, I don't. This is talking about someone broke up. Their ex had a son. He still financially takes care of the son, buys the son sporting equipment, clothes, shoes, takes him on vacation. But the ex has said, well, what about me? I want expensive new things too. Instead of just saying, thanks for taking care of my fucking son that's not yours. Yeah, I have a big issue with that one. So. All right. Am I the asshole for not scolding my son when he was disgusted by my daughter? Do we have to read this one? We're just going to skip that one. Would I be the asshole if I take back the truck my fiance uses since he would not take the kids to school? Back, Jade? You missed a good one. You missed a good one last one, Jade. My 37 female mom let my family use her small pickup truck since my oldest son, 17, got his driver's license. I feel like there's some math here that's going wrong, but I'm not quite sure. He stays after school for ROTC twice a week, so it was really helped. So it has really helped. Our truck, which easily fits our family of 5, is in the shop, so my fiance, who works 5 minutes up the road from our house, has been using the truck to go back and forth to work. Today, all 3 of my children missed the bus. Instead of bringing them to their schools, he decided he was going to just go on to work and leave them home. My youngest son, 11, starts tutoring today after school. My oldest son has ROTC. How's he feeling, Bigfoot? My oldest son has ROTC practice today, and he is on a special team, so neither one of them could miss today. My mom had to drive 2 towns away to come pick up my youngest son and bring him to school. And my oldest son, Sergeant, came and brought my older 2 boys to school. All 3 boys were late, but my fiance made it to work on time. I'm absolutely furious and am considering not allowing him to use that truck anymore if he is going to prioritize the job over the kids in school. He would have been maybe 30 to 40 minutes late to work if he would have just brought the kids to school instead. They were over an hour late, and I had to have 2 separate individuals come pick them up. Update. We had a long talk when I got off work tonight. He apologized and said they were arguing at the front door when they missed the bus. He was upset and just went to work. He had several options to make it to work. He just was not thinking clearly this morning. I do not... So I think you'd be the asshole for taking the truck away. But I don't think you're the asshole for being upset. I think he's the asshole for leaving the kids and fucking dipping out and going to work. I mean, obviously, I would say they're not his kids. But if you're marrying someone that has kids, guess what? Those kids are your responsibility too. Hate your fucking luck. People can say what they want. You're playing someone else's save game, whatever. That's fucking ignorant. You're taking on the person with the kids. And those kids getting to school is just as important as you getting to work. So I think he's the asshole, but I also think this person would be the asshole if they took the truck away. Just my opinion. He's good until the lidocaine wears off. Well, that's good. How many stitches did he end up having to get, Bigfoot? So, I mean, I'm glad nothing more serious happened, Bigfoot, and that it only resulted in a few stitches. But yeah, man, it happens. We've all had a knife accident a time or two. 5? Whew. Damn, son. He did it right, didn't he? Yeah, hopefully he learns his lesson. I mean, my brother like sliced his entire finger open one time that it was so bad that when you could see the blood spray out every time his heart beat from whittling a stick, doing the similar thing, making a spear out of a stick, and the knife slipped and he ran up his pointer finger and sliced pretty much most of his knuckle off. So it happens. Hopefully he learns his lesson, learns to be more careful, and and gladly it wasn't anything more serious. Jade, you stabbed yourself through the pinky before? Ooh, that's tough. I cut it was this finger. I still have the scar. I cut this finger all the way down to the base of the thumb, like right down the side of the bone, right, literally right there, all the way down to the base of the thumbnail one time. 10 stitches. It was fucked up. So I've never got stitches only because I hate needles. I refuse. I use super glue all the time. You can ask Miss Valor. She cut herself. I recommended using super glue. I don't like needles, so I've never got stitches. That doesn't mean I've never been in a situation where I didn't need to have stitches. Yeah, I mean, if he does it, he does it. I mean, look. What's the saying? The worst thing you could do as a parent is to stop your kid from doing something stupid safely. So he's going to learn from this, right? Like, the thing, like, when I learned to be trained with weapons, to, like, knife combative, weapons combative, stuff like that, I didn't learn in a safe manner. My father used a real knife, and I learned to fucking fight with a knife by being cut. Right, wrong, or indifferent. If you're going to learn to do something, you have to learn how to do it dangerously in a safe manner. So, I mean, he cut his thumb. Like, it could have been a lot worse. Things could have happened. Gladly they didn't. And he'll learn to be more careful with it. It is what it is. Doesn't want to touch another knife again. Your son is very dramatic, and he says that, and in 2 days he'll completely forget it. Yeah, I just sent Josh and Heather my fingers. Oh yeah. I can't wait for your boys to grow up. Facts. The nurse did not say it was stupid. She said it would have been stupid being so close to the hospital, but it would have worked in an emergency situation. And get in stitches if you had insurance. Yes. I don't like needles, so I just super glue shit. He wants it back. It will always be here for him when he's ready. Yeah, exactly. And you just teach him how, hey, this is what you did that you fucked up with, and this is how you don't do it again. It is what it is. You're going to get cut. You're going to get bruises. You're going to get dings. It happens. You learn from it and you move on. I still fuck up and fuck myself up sometimes. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay rent? I would say yes, but I feel like there might be a story behind this that may not make you the asshole. I heard that wrong. I did not hear it wrong. It was true. I, female 21, live at home with my parents, who are not so kindly ask me to pay rent. Bitch, you live at home, you pay rent. You're the asshole. I'm sorry to tell you that. I already pay for my own medical, dental, and psychiatric expenses. Phone bill, groceries, and take ride shares everywhere. That's what you would have to do if you lived on your own, bitch. Hate your luck. You're the asshole. That I need to go. I have also built up a good credit score completely independently. Good for you. However, my sister, 31, has never charged or expected to pay rent. She lived here while she was 26 for free and was able to save up and buy her current house. My mother had access to my bank account until I was 20, where I finally opened a new account alone. Needless to say, I am not comfortable with my parents handling my money because of that experience. I know they definitely do not need the extra money or help. It has nothing to do with whether or not they need it. It has to do with if you were to live there or live anywhere else, you would be paying rent. Pay your fucking share. I don't find it fair that my sister was allowed to save up for a place to live and I am not. I would have no issue paying to live here had my sister done so. Or if I was 26 or older and still living with my parents. Am I the asshole? Edit formatting. Edit 2 about my sister so I can stop repeating myself. She did at a year of college at 18 and dropped out. She went back to school at 22 and finished at 25. Rent amount they would like me to pay is $900. Their monthly mortgage is $1,100. I make $14 an hour. Okay, do I think your parents may be an asshole of wanting you to pay 80% of their mortgage and you're only making $14 an hour? Yes. Do I think they are unreasonable for expecting you to pay some amount of rent? Absolutely not. Do I think they are you're entitled to get free rent because your sister did? No. There's different experiences that occur between different children. Hate it, like it, disagree with it, whatever you want. I don't give a fuck. Just because your sister got something, her circumstances are different than what your circumstances are. Not your problem. If your parents want you to pay rent, you pay fucking rent. Now, if they want you to pay $900 rent and their mortgage is $1,100, I'm sure you could probably find somewhere better to rent for $900. Because you probably live in a cheaper area to live. Around here, you're not getting rent for $900. I don't give a fuck what you look for. You can't get a cardboard box on the side of the road for $900. But maybe you live in an area where you could. That's your decision. Hate your luck. I would counter and be like, hey, I'll pay $550. I'll pay half of the mortgage. But yeah, I would say you're the asshole. Am I the asshole for telling my wife she didn't need to get stitches with insurance and to use super glue? I am not the asshole. I'm not the asshole for that. Exactly, Bo. Different children at different times. Absolutely. And whether or not they need the money or not doesn't fucking matter. Depending on inflation? Yeah, I mean, depending. But I think regardless, their mortgage is locked in. Their mortgage is locked in and whatever it is. And they're not including, like, you're not including utilities, stuff like that. So their total is probably $1,500. I think 900 might be a little high considering that. But I don't think they're unreasonable for asking her to pay rent. And for her to base it off of, well, my sister didn't, why should I? Well, I hate your fucking luck. You're not your sister, okay? Have been other things the other kid did? Exactly. she might have done cooked dinner, she might have done the dishes, she might have taken the trash out, and you might be a lazy fucking piece of shit and not be willing to fucking do anything around the house, and might entail them to fucking want you to do fucking pay rent to compensate. Might be. I don't give a fuck if the nurse agreed with you or not, Miss Valor. Super glue would have worked just fine, okay? I didn't have to admit I took care of my grandparents' house when I lived there. Right. There are other things that you could do to do, like, that compensate for rent. And just to blindly say, well, what about me? Like, fucking, I don't care. My brother gets tons of shit all the time, but guess what? I had a lot of shit my damn self. And for me to be like, well, why does my brother get this? And I didn't get this. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's what my parents feel like they want to give to my brother. Then that's what my parents want to give to my brother. And it's not my place to decide what they do and don't do with their fucking money. I did their yard work, any maintenance that needed done to the house, and random upgrades for them to, they said they thought that would be nice. Exactly. I think that's 100% reasonable. 1,000% reasonable. To then not have to pay rent. I think that's reasonable. And like I said, the sister might have, cooked dinner every night or 5 days a week or whatever, and took the trash out or did the dishes or cleaned the house or, or did yard work or whatever. Who knows? But to just blatantly say, well, she didn't pay rent, why do I have to? Well, guess what? Because you're fucking being asked to. It might suck, but the world ain't fucking fair, and the world sucks sometimes. I'm sorry. It's how the world goes round. My neighbor fucking right here. Our houses are similar size. We both have similar lots. We both have, a little over an acre. His mortgage is cheaper than mine. But I have a lower interest rate. Guess what? It sucks. It is what it is. He hates that we have a 2% interest rate. He has a cheaper payment. Ain't nothing anybody can do about it. It's just the way the fucking cookie crumbled. Right. The parents are probably making her pay because she's acting entitled. I 100% agree with that. Oh, you want to be entitled? Well, here you go. We'll teach you a fucking lesson today, bitch. Am I the asshole for being a crazy bitch? I would say yes. If you've got to say I'm a crazy bitch, you're probably the asshole on top of it. I 18 female, have a sister 15 female. My sister is special needs and is bullied pretty. I see where this is going, and I feel horrible for what I just said. And is bullied pretty often. No one messed with her last year because I was there. And now that I've graduated, the bully's coming back. On TikTok, there's this trend where high school kids will interview people at school and ask dumb questions. Sometimes it's all jokes. Sometimes they're clearly making fun of the person they're interviewing. So these 4 boys in my sister's grade came up to her, asked her name. They then asked her who the hottest guy in the school was. She said a boy. They then asked the boy if he knows my sister. He made a face but said yes. They then asked if he'd date her. He went, ew, what the fuck? And they all busted out laughing. Okay, that's fucked up. The comments were really cruel towards my sister, and someone sent it to her, and she's been in her room crying for days. I've tried everything to comfort her, but she keeps telling me to go away. She hasn't gone to school since the TikTok was posted. I was pissed. One of the boys is my friend's little brother. and I go over to her house pretty often. I saw all the boys, including the kid that said, ew, what the fuck, in their basement, and I felt an immense amount of rage. Rightfully so. My friend noticed and took me upstairs, and we decided to bake cookies for my sister. They're her favorite. Maybe the boys smelled it, but they came up and one of them reached to grab one, and I immediately went, fuck no. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, you little fucking shit. They all asked why and kept saying that they wanted just one each. But I told them that I'm not giving my cookies to their ugly asses. They all went, what the fuck is your issue? And I just told them that they're really lucky that my sister has a heart of gold. It finally clicked and they all started getting defensive, saying that I'm overreacting. Everyone does it. What did I expect him to say? Did I want him to lie? Did I want him to give her false hope? It's just a joke. It's just a dumb TikTok. They're fucking pieces of shit. After some back and forth, they deleted the TikTok, then asked for cookies again, but I still said no. They said I'm really fucking annoying, and that they told me to my friend, who thankfully just told them to fuck off. Good for your friend. I'm glad your friend stood up for you. She did say that I should give them some slack since they did delete it, but I'm completely in the right for not giving them the cookies. I could agree with that. I checked their TikTok just to make sure it was deleted, and I saw a pinned comment on another post basically calling me a crazy bitch. Lots of people agree, and my other friends say that it's just a trend and everyone does it. Am I the asshole? Absolutely fucking not! I don't give a fuck if it's a trend or not. It is never okay to fucking make fun of someone, especially someone that has special needs, and then fucking want to go viral off of it. You're riding off the fame of someone else's fucking suffering, and you think it's okay. It is not okay. I can promise you that. It is not okay. Being someone that has a disability, who was bullied in elementary school, who eventually had to fucking, toughen up and be, fight off the bullies and shit, it's not okay. I know, right? Fucking Bo, I thought she was going to be the asshole. I genuinely thought in the beginning she was going to be the asshole. But she's not. This is so fucking wrong in so many ways. And the fact people are defending them, oh, well, kids will be fucking kids. No, bitch. Raise your fucking kids better. Raise them better. Do better. Be the change in the world you wish to fucking see. It is not okay. And yes, bullies will always exist. No matter what you do, we can never get rid of bullies. I don't necessarily agree with zero bully policy in schools and all that bullshit. I agree punching a fucking bully in the face and teaching him a fucking lesson. And that's exactly what she did. Hey, fuck you. You're not getting special treatment. You're not fucking... What you did was not okay. I'm not giving you one of my fucking cookies that I just baked after you just made fun of my sister. If you don't fucking like it, I hate your fucking luck. That kicked 4 kids out school for basically the same shit. Exactly. Like, I don't think it's fucking okay. It's not okay. I don't think they necessarily need to be kicked out of school. Like I said, I don't necessarily believe in the zero bully policy. I don't think they should be kicked out of school. But I don't think she's a crazy bitch. I don't think she's overreacting. I don't think she's in the wrong. Then the parents tried to sue the school, and the judge said they can pay to send their kids to private school, but they were no longer allowed at the school district. Good on the judge. Good on the fucking judge, dude. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think they need to be kicked out of school. But I definitely think they're in the wrong. She did what's right by defending her sister. I'm glad her friend defended her. But it absolutely is not okay to pick on anyone. And I mean, I get to their extent, like, do you want him to give him false hope and blah, 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 blah. But you didn't need to fucking post it, okay? You didn't need to fucking post it. You knew the outcome. You knew what that would do to someone, and you chose to fucking post it. So that's on you. Still here, just doing the last Sepultura raid of the season. You're more than welcome to join if you want. Stop stealing my people, Red. You fucking fuck. Yeah, I don't think she is the asshole. I don't even think she's the crazy bitch. I said, I don't think the kid should be expelled. I don't think anything. I think it's a teaching moment for the kids. All right, one more, and then we are calling it a night. Am I the asshole for making my husband to stay with his family while he's unemployed? Am I the asshole for making my parents to return my birthday gift? For refusing to get in-laws give daughter Christmas and birthday gifts early? Trying to get the Halloween stuff finished. Know how to go back to before Shadowlands. Chrome isn't cooperating. Oh, I'm not even reading anything yet. I'm trying to find one. Pay for my son's college tuition. If I split inheritance between son and nephew. Discussing my frustrations with my unwell husband. For trying to get my deceased father's tools back from a neighbor who was not given permission to have them. Let's read this one. Doesn't let you go back if you are level 60. That's rude. Am I the asshole for trying to get my deceased father's tools back from a neighbor who was not given permission to have them? No. Fuck no. My father passed away. My father passed away a couple of years ago. His home is owned by my sister, Jane. Jane's ex-husband, Sam, moved into the home after my father passed so that it wouldn't be unoccupied. Fair enough. I moved most of my father's important furniture, etc., out of the house and into a storage unit so that Sam would have plenty of space to live in. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. The only items I did not move were my father's tools, hand tools, power tools, etc., and the 2-car garage downstairs. The tools did not take up too much space, and I wanted the opportunity to gradually sort through the tools with my sister Jane and my brother Tom. My sister's ex-husband Sam said this was fine and that he wouldn't touch the tools in the garage. This past March, about a year and a half after my dad died, my brother Tom came here to visit. We went to Sam's house, i.e. the house my dad used to live in, and many of the tools were gone. Probably a couple of $1,000 worth of power tools and hand tools. Oh, someone would die. Someone would die. The fuck was I? My brother and I found out that Sam had given or loaned, it's not clear, the tools to a neighbor, Fred. My sister was apparently aware of this beforehand, but didn't mention it to me or my brother because she wasn't sure if it would cause a confrontation, and because she wasn't sure if it mattered. You know damn well it fucking mattered, Karen. My brother said he would return within a few months to get the tools, and Jane and Sam said this was fine, that the tools were at Fred's house, and that my brother and I could get the tools whenever we wanted. My brother has now returned to visit us and get the tools. We called Fred, and he said that he would put a box of tools outside, that he had thrown some of the tools away, and that we could not retrieve any of the tools from his home. Oh no. Fred, you gonna die, bruh. There are thousands of dollars worth of tools missing. When my father was sick in the hospital, he instructed us to sell the tools. Of course, it's not really about the money, or at least not exclusively. The tools also have a lot of sentimental value to my brother and I. Not clear if they have sentimental value to our sister. I never gave permission to Sam to loan out the tools to the neighbor Fred, and my brother didn't either. I recognize that it has now been 2 years since my father passed away, but my brother and I were given no prior notice before many of his tools were given away to Fred. If we had known, we would have retrieved the tools before they could be given away. Also, Sam really doesn't have any right to give away the tools. They're not his tools, and he said he wouldn't touch them. 100% agree. My sister Jane, my sister's ex-husband Sam, and the neighbor Fred have referred to this entire situation as a silly, ridiculous, and crazy. I just want the tools back. I plan to contact the sheriff's office about the missing tools if I am unable to recover them from Fred. Jane and Sam have already stated that they are opposed to my doing so. I am so fatigued from this whole situation. I just want my dad's tools back. I don't know why the tools were given away without anyone being notified. Am I the asshole? Update the names from letters R, S, etc. to fake names Jane, Sam, so that it's a bit easier to keep track of people. Okay, well. Anyways, you're not the asshole. I 100% think your sister and her ex-husband sold those tools to Fred, the neighbor, for money. And the reason they don't want you to call the cops is to come out that they sold those tools for money without giving you or your brother money from that sale of those tools, and they were just hoping you guys wouldn't notice. They are definitely the asshole. I don't think the neighbor is in the wrong at all. I think he rightfully bought tools under a false pretense based off of your sister and her ex-husband. I think they're 100% right to be upset about this. And I don't think it's silly or ridiculous or crazy in any way, shape, or form. But y'all might disagree. Yeah, I get like, hey, they've been here for 2 years. If you guys really cared about them, you would have got them sooner. But the thing is they were under the pretense that there was no point that they were ever going to be moved. Under their thought process is, hey, they're here at the house whenever we get a chance to get around to it and get to them, which they eventually get to it, and that we can go through it when it's more convenient for us, and it's not a 911. Nobody was selling the house. It was being occupied. The current tenant stipulated they wouldn't mess with the tools and that they would be there for them whenever they were ready. It was never brought to their attention that they were inconvenienced or that they needed to be moved. I do not think in any manner or form the time frame in which they wanted to go through the tools should be an issue. I think if it was an issue, it should have been brought to the attention at an earlier date before tools started going missing. If her sister and her ex-husband had said, hey, these tools are taking up space, we want to go ahead and get rid of these can you guys get around to it to take what you want before we start getting rid of it? And they were like, yeah, no big deal. We'll get to it. And they didn't. And then now 6 months, year, 2 years down the road, that was the case. Different story. But that's not the case here. In the case, they were under the circumstance that, hey, these are safe. Nobody's going to mess with them. When we get a chance, we're going to take care of it. And they want to take care of it. They want unprovoked, unmentioned. They went there to go take care of the tools, and the tools were gone. That's not on them. They're not the asshole. I don't think so, in my opinion. So. Yeah. But it's been fun. I should have thought this out a little bit better before realizing I was going to talk for 3 hours straight with a freaking sore throat and a cough. But let me know in Discord if y'all want to see this again. If you want to see something similar to this, we can do it again. We can do it on Twitter. We can, check out different threads on Reddit. Let me know if you like it. Hit that like button. Leave comments. Let me know. But I will see you all tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our 24-hour charity event for Futures Without Violence to help spread awareness and prevention for domestic violence, as October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It is a huge cause for me, as I am a child and a product of domestic violence, and my mom also eventually became a victim's rights advocate. So be sure to tune in for that 24-hour charity event starting Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. Please, please, please spread the word. The flyer is under charity events on Discord. The Twitter link is also right there. Please go like and retweet the Twitter post. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. I love you all. I will see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be playing some Tarkov. But until then,